What if you were friends with somebody, right? Y'all talked often, shared female secrets together, and you know, y'all went out a few times, met up with each other, and you shared things amongst each other like what women do. You know, she know about your man, you know about her man, and some things you share with her, some of the things you don't feel comfortable sharing with your man. So she know about certain things. And when you're a celebrity, somebody famous, your life is broadcast to the world so people aware of your situation and your relationships, your coming and goings. And you just feel human in certain points when you're able to be relaxed talking to others who can relate to your situation, who in similitude just like you. When, for the most part, a lot of things you got to be careful about. So, how would you feel if you one day looked up while you were going through something in your relationship or marriage, and then you found out that the woman you were cool with, who you accepted as a friend, was now screwing your husband or your boyfriend? How would you feel about that? Would you feel betrayed? Would you? I believe you would. Because so would I. Even if look, even when I'm out of pocket and wrong, the reason why you my so-called friend is because not only do you know this, but you're my friend because at the end of the day, you support me. And there's a sense of trust here that you know certain things that I opened up to you about, you know? And now I believe that all this time, because this would go through my mind. Now I believe that all this time you were just plotting on me the whole while, just to get in, just to get close, just to find out certain things you needed to know, to put you in position, to strike at the perfect time. That's exactly what would go through my mind. That's what I would think. That's what I would feel. I would feel this is what it's been all along. You never liked me. You never wanted to be around me. You never respected me. You were just positioning yourself. I would feel that way if I found out that you were now screwing and messing around with my woman. I would believe that. I would think that. I would feel that way. And nobody could tell me differently, especially when I'm the one it's happening to, regardless to if I was faithful or not. You're supposed to be my friend. And as my friend, you don't do that to me as a friend. And that's why I say Clarissa Shields is not in the clear. She was wrong because that's exactly what she did to Remy. So I understand Remy's bitterness in that sense. And these are the things that on the outside looking in, I see. When I go back to this, I'm like, wow, I didn't know Remy and Clarissa Shields been talking ever since uh 2022. Hold on, I think it may be longer than that. Hold on, let me look at this. Let me see the exact year they've been talking. Let me show you why Remy was really mad and salty at her. I give y'all exhibit A. This is Clarissa Shields and Remy Ma. Exhibit A right here. Notice what the dates say. October 15th and September 3rd, 2022. Remy Ma and Clarissa Shields was friends. Remember, Clarissa Shields just started dating Papoose in December of 2024. Her and Remy Ma is friends at the least 2022. Let's go a little deeper. Exhibit B. Hold on, wait, but let me read it. Let me show y'all. Look at the text. Look what it says. See how they kicking it? I love oxtails. Oh my God. Then Remy responded to her, yes, B. You know how the girl like, that's my B. You know how they be like, yeah, my B. I'm screaming in here. And congratulations, the greatest woman of all time. This was her friend. Clarissa Shields was her friend. Clarissa responds, thank you, Rem. They talk on the phone together, inboxing, 2022. She only been going with Papoose for 6 months. Exhibit B. Nah, I had to leave early Sunday. Mad, I missed you. Oh, I missed you. We were supposed to, you know, kick it with each other and everything. Clarissa Shields respond, damn. But happy New Year's, Remy. Remy showing her what she was watching, and then she like, what's that on? And Remy letting her know, hey, babes, I think Amazon Prime or BET Plus. See how they kicking it? The girlfriends chopping it up. Yeah, so right there, it's clear. So that was 2022. So they were friends in 2022, and she just started dating Pap in 2024. So they were friends 2 years before she started even dealing with Papoose. So even though, again, Remy was wrong in what she did, she committed adultery on her husband. She stepped out on another man, and she was still trying to be with her husband at the same time. You know, Papoose for the most part was still trying to hang in there, you know, and then just made up in his mind that, you know, I'm done. I just want to leave. And him and Clarissa got to rocking with each other, you know. I think it's messy all around. I think they always being spiteful. And that's another thing that go unnoticed. They always being spiteful. Even though, see, Remy bought, look at what Papoose did. See, we don't look at this stuff, but I'm bringing it here. Papoose said, I wasn't mad at you that you slept with my wife. I was mad at you because you bought, you smiled in my face, shook my hand, then you was having sex with my wife. So he did the same thing with Clarissa Shields. He knew Remy and Clarissa Shields, because remember, Papoose and Remy Ma married. Papoose know all about Remy Ma, her friends who she deal with. So he knew Clarissa Shields and Remy Ma was friends. He knew that. So now what he do? Okay, you bought easy in my face. He was smiling in my face, and you had sex with him. So guess what? Now I'm having sex with Clarissa Shields, who was smiling in your face. Who was smiling in your face. Y'all was trying on dresses and oxtail soup and watching Netflix and movies, and now I'm sleeping with her. See what's happening? They all messy in this situation. That's exactly what he did. That's exactly what he did. Clarissa Shields said he came at her, even though she know that this Remy's husband. She watching what's going on the internet. Clarissa Shields said Papoose approached her. But Papoose approached you knowing you and Remy are friends. You and Easy wasn't friends. Let's just be real. You and Easy wasn't friends. You just saw him, shook his hand. He like, hey, what's up, homie? Smiled in your face. Y'all wasn't friends. You and Easy didn't talk on the phone. You and Easy wasn't sharing boy secrets and homies and going out. Y'all wasn't doing that. Remy and Clarissa Shields was doing that. You see what's happening here? Remy and Clarissa Shields was doing that. You and Easy don't have no text messages, no DMs, no going out of town, meeting up with each other. Y'all don't have that. We already know you don't want friends and you don't like friends. But you felt you was going to hurt Remy also and sever her relationship between her and Clarissa Shields. So you did something deceiving too, brother. I'm sorry. And it was wrong. It was just as wrong as what Remy did to you. I'm just going to tell the truth. It was just as wrong of what Remy did to you, if not wronger. Even though Remy may have did it first, but you made it your business to want to hurt her also the worst. You and Easy was not friends. You can care less about a damn Easy. Remy actually liked Clarissa Shields. And Clarissa Shields, to some degree, may have liked her too, or was pretending to like her. They've been talking ever since 2022. And you made it your business to seek out Clarissa Shields, knowing her and Remy Ma was friends, and you start screwing her. And that's why Remy felt some type of way when she found out about it. Because even though she had been screwing Easy for whatever reason to get out of debt with the money, she wasn't really trying to, well, let me be careful what I say, because if you're screwing somebody, you definitely trying to hurt your marriage and leave your marriage, because that's all it takes to do that. But she at least wanted to still stay and still be with you after whatever else game she was playing. She still wanted to stay. Even though, again, you can't want to stay doing things like that. But that's what some people do. They want they man in a nigga. Just like guys want they wifey in a side chick, but don't want to get a wifey up for the side chick, and women don't want to get a man up for their nigga. But you still want them both. And that's what she wanted. And then you knew this. So what did you do? You said, I'm gonna get her back dirty, and you messed up her and Clarissa Shields' relationship, and you started messing with Clarissa Shields when Remy Ma and her was friends. And that's why Clarissa Shields, no, you was wrong too. You was out of pocket because you was befriending that girl Remy, and you made it your business to seek her out. You sought out Remy Ma. You sought her out, Clarissa Shields, to be her friend. She accepted you and honored you and was praising you as the GOAT, giving you tips, helping you out, giving you advice, teaching you things, showing you things. And all along, you was now using it to have sex with her husband. Yeah, it's messy. And this why I be always trying to tell y'all, stop liking these people to the point that you are naive to the truth and the facts that's going on, because that's exactly what happened. Remy, again, $400,000 in debt. She go to Papoose to help. Papoose turn her down and says no. Here's the real fact. Here's the summary, quick, fast rundown. Remy Ma, okay, let's keep it real. Remy Ma at this time is friends with Clarissa Shields. She $400,000 in debt. She go to her husband to help her get out of debt from the battle rap thing she doing. Papoose says no. We put up all the footage, showed that Papoose says no, he's not going to do it. She turned to another man instead to help her to do it, since Papoose said no. Then she felt giving him sex in exchange for his help will actually turn her situation around. So she got caught up in her game because her husband said no. This is a fact. It don't justify what she did. She was wrong. 100% wrong. Yes, she was. But y'all don't want to accept the fact he was wrong also. He was wrong also. So she did what she did. Then what he did was start messing with her friend, Clarissa Shields, knowing they had a relationship with each other. Clarissa Shields gave in. Clarissa Shields was like, hell, I'll take you over my man any day. And she left her fiance too for Papoose. Let's just be real. And the man came out explaining that she left him for a Papoose. But she left him because he wasn't right to her. And she felt Papoose was the better man than him. So she felt she was upgrading. Even though at the time, Papoose, he was upgrading, but at the same time, he was doing damage control. He called himself hurting Remy too. And that's why Remy like, get out, leave. Because it's different. You knew she was my friend. You knew me and that girl talked. You knew me and that girl, and you went to mess with her. You don't know Easy. You saw Easy. You don't know him. So it's not the same, even though it's all wrong and it's all messy. And they were friends. So all of them was wrong. Remy was wrong. Pap was wrong. Clarissa Shields was wrong. These are documentations, receipts, and statements that's out here that none of them can get around. We could clip, put it all together, and ain't nothing they can say about it is a lie. But what's going unnoticed is what Papoose did, because the light is on him, putting him in a good light. That's what's going unnoticed. But no, I'm going to cover it and I'm going to put it in the truth. I'm covering it and I'm going to put it in the truth. 100%. Me personally, and this is just my opinion, y'all don't have to agree with me. This is just my opinion. I wouldn't have said no to my wife, especially after I proved my point. I would have bailed her out when she came to ask me. And what I mean by bail her out is not talking about when she went to jail. I would have bailed her out of the $400,000 debt she went in when I told her not to get involved with the league, and she did it anyway. Because I still understand as a man, sometimes when you have this desire and you have goals and dreams you think you can accomplish, I'm not going to hold you back from that. Even if I feel strongly it's not a good idea, but if there's something in your heart you really truly believe you can do and be successful in, I have to allow you to at least go after it and support you through it, to make sure I'm gonna support you through it and make sure that I can help you along the way. Even though I may think it's a bad investment sometimes, I still have to, as a man, allow you to go after your heart. I have to let you go after your heart. And then if I'm able to pull you out before you get in over your head, I'm going to do that as your husband. So me personally, again, this is my opinion. This is the man I am. When my wife came to me and told me that, like, yeah, babe, you was right. I'm like 400 in the hole. But I believe you can help me out and get me out of this thing. And that was the plan. I would have did it. I would have said, okay, I told you. So you with me now, right? Yeah, I get it. Okay. What do I need to do to help you out in this situation? Okay, well, I'm just gonna hook you up with an easy battle with Cassidy, another industry dude. Look, let's just be honest. Both our careers fell off. You in your 40s, in it. Look, come on. The game is over for us, but we still got good names. And we can make a lot of money off these names. See, I know battle rap. I know what's happening in battle rap. Everybody making money off these names. These old names that's no longer relevant in the industry. It means something in battle rap that don't have no celebrities or famous people over here. So now you can get that big battle rap money. So look, I'm going to put you on the card. I'm going to use your name, put you on the card. I should be out of debt because you bigger than Easy. You bigger than Hitman Holla. If I put you on a battle rap card, you bigger than them. If Easy could get me out of debt, I know damn well you can. Okay, I'll do it. Let's do it. And you're going to see, I use that to my advantage. Okay, I'll do it. And you're going to coach me along the way. I'm going to make it work for both of us. And she's going to be happy about that. And she's going to appreciate and embrace and love me more when she see I bailed her out, not the next nigga. I bailed you out. I did this. See, that's the things he praised himself on. But remember, there's a part to him too. See, he got some narcissism in him too, where he wanted to see her fail. He wanted to see it because he didn't want her doing it in the beginning. See, I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't want to see my woman failing in something that I know she want to do. I want to see her successful in it. I don't want to see her failing in it. He was preying on her downfall. He didn't want it to work from the beginning because for the most part, it didn't include him. Remember, that's his problem. It has to include him. So he didn't want it being successful anyway. I wouldn't have never did my wife like that. I would want to see her successful. The only thing I'd just be concerned about if it's a bad investment and it may fail. Not I wanted to. He didn't look at it as a bad investment because he didn't know what it was going to do. He looked at it as not wanting her to venture out on her own and start a business without him. That's what he was looking at. That's what he was looking at. That's what listen, I'm not finna sugarcoat nothing for dude. I don't know these people, okay? You know my slogan. Welcome to Battle Truth. I don't know you, so I'm not a hater. And because we have no dealings, I can care less about your feelings. I don't know them. I'm not finna take up for them, and I'm not finna lie for them. I do not know them. He was preying on her downfall. That's what happened. And in preying on her downfall, when she came to you for help, you turned her away. When you so-called was in her corner for everything else, hell, you gonna be in her corner through prison. You ain't gonna be in her corner on this. You stand by her side in prison, but you can't stand by her side in this. Come on, we're not gonna play these games. Here, take it. Bang the gavel on your damn self. Don't worry, I'm gonna do it for you. No, man, get out of here with that trash. I wouldn't have did my wife like that. I proved my point. I would have helped her out. I would have got, because remember, if she in debt, I'm in debt. We live together. Our money under one roof. If she 400,000 in the hole, that means I'm 400,000 in the hole. So guess what? I'm gonna get us out the hole. I proved my point. And she came to her husband first. He said no. And even though, again, I don't condone nothing she did. She was wrong in what she did. But you have to be careful because you can push your significant other, in the arms of another person. And that's what he did. He rejected her, turned her down in her time of need, and he pushed her into the arms of another man who she seeked out to help her get out of that. Now she's trying to prove something to him too. Now she's trying to prove something to him too. You know why? Because she know he didn't want her doing it anyway. And now he's trying to rub it in her face and use it against her. So she's vindictive and trying to use something like, okay, yeah, you didn't want me being successful anyway. You pushed her into the arms of another man. And all you could have did was just bailed her out. And she would have honored you for it. Let's just be honest. She would have honored you for that. And you had proved your point already. You didn't have to. Come on, man. Your point was proven. I wouldn't have never did my wife like that. I would have did it. Got her out of the situation. Because again, if Easy could get out of the situation, how much more you? You steady calling him a bum. Oh, she with the bum. She with the loser, right? But the loser pulled out of her debt. The loser got her out of debt. Not her husband. The loser got her out of debt. I never agreed with, I never saw eye to eye with you on that. Despite Remy's situation, you her husband, right or wrong. That's your vow, right or wrong. What part of sickness and health to death do you part you don't get? You would die for it but won't pull out of debt? You would die for it but won't get her back on her feet? No, I don't agree with that. This is my opinion, though. I don't agree with that. I would have did that for my wife. Got her out, and we'd have closed shop after I got her out. Or we probably would have stayed together since she sent how much money I could make in this game. We probably would have both stayed there, and I probably would have been more involved now. You never know. But I wouldn't have turned her down and rejected her and pushed her into the arms of another man. I wouldn't have done that. The Bible say, husbands, take care of your wives. She are the weaker vessel. You don't send her out there to the wolves. I'm sorry. Listen, I don't agree with Remy. I know y'all don't really like her. I know we fought her for a lot of things. But listen, if I'm examining this and being honest, this is just the truth. I wouldn't have done it. And then again, I'm a believer. I believe in Jesus Christ. So guess what happens when we don't know? There's a favorite saying in the Christian world. If you don't know what to do in a situation, guess what the question is? What would Jesus do? What would Jesus do? You know what Jesus would have did in that situation if his wife came to him and he knew her situation? He would have helped her. He would have helped her. Then he would have advised her, now let's do something else. I helped you. So whether I was able to get you out or not, one thing you can't say I didn't help you. You can't say I didn't stand by you through this. So at least I attempted to help you. But again, if Easy could get out of trouble, how much more you? So I would have did it. You know what I mean? So no, I don't agree with that. And then she did what she did. It was wrong, messed up. But the competition under y'all roof is terrible. And come to find out, you are a dictator and a controlling, obsessed man yourself. I'm sorry. I know the truth now. I know the truth now. Y'all are two alphas colliding. She's an alpha female, you're an alpha male. But for the most part, you did control a lot of things in that home. And listen, bro, y'all don't want to hear what I gotta say, because I'm gonna keep it 100. Like I said, your smothering brought her to a point of she wanted to escape. And her way of escape was sometimes messing around with other people because you smothered her so much. You smothered her so much. I'm sorry, bro. You need to fix that. You need to fix that. Go get some help and counseling for that, because he needed it. I saw it. I heard it. I saw it with my own eyes. I heard it, and I see the results of it. So nah, y'all always wrong. Y'all always wrong. And you manipulated the situation with Clarissa Shields. You did that. You did that. You went after that girl's friend because you wanted to also hurt her. That's what you wanted to do. You felt she hurt you by what she did to Easy, but you hurt her when you turned her away. You don't get that. See, women are different than us. Do you know when you said no to that woman, when she came to her husband for help, do you know what you did? Do you know what you triggered off in that woman? Do you know what you did? Women are emotions. They run off emotions. When she came to you and asked you for help, you know how, and she know the type of man you is. Do you know how hard do you know how she had to convince herself to even approach you, to even attempt to say that to you? Knowing that she knew what you was going to say anyway, but she still had to do it. And it's a shame that she had to feel embarrassed like that in the presence of her own husband. You don't see your problem. And then it's like you don't even want to. Here's another thing. Not only do he don't see his problem, he don't think he doing anything wrong. He don't think he doing anything wrong. No, it's deception. I see right through it. I'm sorry. I see right through it. I don't agree with it. And I'm talking to I'm talking to people who really know. Put aside y'all feelings. Look at the facts. Remy and Clarissa Shields was friends since 2022. Pap felt some type of way about her uneasy. But Pap is ignoring the fact and not trying to take accountability that she came to you for help first. You said no, turned her away. She sought out another man. That's what women tend to do. That's what women tend to do. I heard a woman tell me that same thing on numerous occasions. I had a couple women tell me that in my life. What you want, woman told me this. What you won't do, another nigga will do. That's what a woman told me who I was with. That's what a woman told me who I was with. And I loved that girl. I was crazy about that girl. But it was things she was asking me that I didn't want to do, and I was arrogant, and I stood on that. And she told me and gave me warning, and I ignored it. She said, what you won't do, Maliki, another man. She said, another nigga will. She didn't say another man. She said, another nigga will. So if you don't start doing it, don't say I didn't tell you. Girl, who you talking to? Okay, now you're going to need another nigga to do it. See what I mean? But she was only expressing what was true. And she was presenting it before me because I'm the one she really wanted to do it with. But I didn't want to do it. I didn't want to do it. Like, no. And I should have been compromising. I should have gave in. Because this is the same woman who would do things for me if ever I told her to do things. But I was so arrogant. And so, no, I'm a man. It's me. You do what I say. I don't do. And I lost her. And I loved that woman. I really did. I just didn't know how to love. And it's true. And that's what ended up happening. It is what it is. Yeah. I know about this stuff a lot. Through my failures, I learned how to be stronger. My losses are lessons. That's all they are now. That's why I'm able to recognize and stuff and see it. You did something dirty. You pushed your wife into the arms of another man. We don't condone or justify anything she did. Wrong is wrong. Wrong is wrong. But she came to you first. You rejected her, turned her down. You triggered off something in her as a woman where she was disappointed, felt devalued because you want to control everything and you want to rule with an iron fist. Then you found out about what she was doing. Then you call yourself being dirtier. You went behind her back. You made it your business to look up her friend that you knew she was friends with. And you started flirting with that woman, enticing that woman, and you propositioned that woman, knowing you even knew who everybody knew who Clarissa Shields was messing around with. That little bum dude, everybody knew that. You used your influence to entice that girl, to turn her against Remy, and you start having sex with her. You start having sex with Remy's friend. You was wrong. You was out of pocket. That was her friend. No matter what they say, the proof is there. That's been her friend since 2022. Y'all just start messing around with each other in 2024. You knew that was her friend. You was out of pocket. You was wrong, and you was dirty for that too. And Clarissa Shields was dirty for it too because you knew you and Remy was friends. Don't play these games. So it ain't no sides. So, however, we just hope y'all all could better yourself from this situation. But let's just be honest, all y'all out of pocket. Remy may have been the first to open her legs, but it was the domino effect. Everybody else started doing it. Remy opened her legs, Pap opened his legs, Clarissa opened their legs. It was a domino effect. Two wrongs don't make a right. Ain't no right way to be wrong, ain't no wrong way to be right. That's the real truth.